3-week programs in, and then they have 1 week of recovery. And the recovery can be like yoga, stretching, walking, meditations, just all the stuff that's good for your body. So starting next week, we're going to start a new program, and it's based off of 80-day obsession. Which was actually an 80-day program, which was really, really long, but Autumn got incredible results with it, and it really just changed so much for so many people. So it's called Healthy Obsession. So we're super, super excited about it. It's going to be 5 workouts a week for 45 to 60 minutes. I'm guessing most of them are closer to 60 minutes from what I've heard, but maybe some of them, like cardio or something like that, will be a little bit shorter for us. But there'll be, let me look at my notes. The whole point of this is like we're going more into like complete nutrition, complete whole body wellness with mind, movement, nutrition, just taking care of yourself in a healthy lifestyle that you can maintain for the rest of your life. Not like, I think it was Stacy that had a post about how, or maybe it was Andrea, somebody had a post where it's not like going to a peak and just trying to stay there and then dropping off and then trying to get back there and then dropping off. We want like steady, consistent results, taking care of yourself over the long term. So 3 weeks of dedication. It's easier for people to commit to just 3 weeks knowing that they're going to have that week of recovery. Then they'll be starting in March of next year, there'll be a different body block every month starting the first Monday. So it'll be a new commitment every single month. So we're super, super excited about that. Autumn is going to help us sculpt our core, lift our booties, and get a great all-over workout that just shreds and burns calories, which is, she's kind of known for it. She's the trainer that I always think of that knows how to get results for people. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but
yes, I do.
Get results, and she brings out something in people that sometimes other people don't do. So it's an incredible time to commit to it right before the holidays so that we can just start feeling really, really good, before going into the holidays. Because I think if you get that momentum now, you're more likely to carry it over into the holidays as we go. So 5 days a week, 60 minutes. There will be different nutrition options. Like we all know, nutrition will be our key to results. We have to add that aspect of it. We don't have to be perfect, but adding nutrition in is going to accelerate your results. So you can do portion fix. With portion fix, you can choose between time nutrition, I always forget, intermittent fasting, and then just the regular portion fix. And then you can also do the gut protocol, which Autumn is recommending. That's what she's saying she's going to do because with any workout, inflammation, we get more inflammation, which makes us hold water and, just kind of protect our bodies and stuff. Coco's up. So with the gut protocol, it's very anti-inflammatory. It's good for your gut health and all that type of stuff. So adding that in could also increase your results that way. And then there's also the 2B mindset, which you probably won't hear Autumn talk about much because it's not her nutrition plan, but it's definitely an option still. It's more of our intuitive plate it method. So I didn't mention before that the portion fix is color-coded containers, where you determine exactly how much you should eat of each container. There's different brackets based on what you weigh, based on your goals, based on your fitness level, what the workouts are like. Do you guys remember? She actually said, because there was different workout brackets. Do any of you guys remember which one she said? I think it's the top one she said with it. Stacy, do you remember?
That if you work out to bump up a bracket?
Well, she said that like there's moderate exercise and then there's extreme exercise. I think it was like
yeah, I mean, there are different calculations for figuring your calorie bracket, and I don't know that I did mine super scientifically, but I know that when I did 80-day, when you're doing close to hour-long workouts, like you're going to feel hungrier. And what's interesting is a lot of our people, they were in their regular bracket that they're always in, and they did 80-day, and they stopped losing weight because they weren't eating enough. And as soon as they bumped up a calorie bracket, that weight just started coming off. So it was really interesting and eye-opening for a lot of people. It's kind of, I think a lot of us that have been doing this for a while, like as a coach, like you want people to eat what they need to eat, because it's actually the opposite. It's when people don't eat enough that their body holds on to it and doesn't let it go. But I definitely saw that with 80 day. And I know there are calculations out there, but for me, like, I'm just going to bump up a whole calorie bracket. You need it when you're doing these workouts, which I think is really cool. I mean, I like to eat, so I'm excited.
Exactly. Me too. And I think that some of us even jumped up 2 brackets. Like you kind of had to, because one of our goals is like, you really shouldn't feel hungry.
Yeah, ever.
It's not a diet. It's, a lifestyle. And so if you are feeling hungry, then you're not getting enough. But it's very common with women not to eat enough. I've had challengers come in and they'll like tell me they can't eat that much. I'm like, yeah, you can. You just need to get used to it.
Yeah, your metabolism will increase. It is hard at first. Especially if you start off like in a higher calorie bracket, it is a lot of food, but you have to trust. That's where you really have to just trust the system and trust that this has helped people lose weight, thousands of people through the years, and trust that in eating that, it's going to fuel your body and increase your metabolism. You don't have to eat it all the first day. I mean, you can focus on your proteins and your veggies, get in your Shakeology, get in your nutrition, and little by little, your metabolism's going to wake up and you're going to want to eat all the things.
I agree. And one aspect that we're super excited about this new body blocking of 3 weeks on, 1 week of recovery is that recovery week and the results people are getting and how it can improve their performance overall by it's hard for some of us to like take that recovery time. Like sometimes I think, oh, I can't do it. You know what I mean? But then when you see the stats of how good it is for your body, they say it can actually help improve your blood flow, which will, definitely that improves your recovery process. It improves mobility. You're doing a lot of stretching and stuff like that. And when you improve mobility, that improves your, like, just your balance and the ability for you to stay active and not get injured and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm 51, so at my age, I definitely want to continue being active and mobile and not getting hurt, because as we get older, falls are one of the most common causes of people really going downhill. And so you start thinking about that as you get older. You don't want that. So, and then it also relieves stress. When you have complete nutrition that includes yoga and meditations and stuff like that, personal development and stuff like that, it decreases your stress. And that is so, so important in this crazy world that we live in of like rushing from here to there and just external stresses that were added to our bodies from, things that we can't control. So it's a really, really exciting time to be able to be involved in something. And the fact that we can try it for free starting next week is just, it's really exciting for all of us. I don't have anything else about that. I don't know if anybody has questions about it. Like all of us coaches are trying to learn as much as we can about it and wrap our heads around it so that we understand it, so that we can relay it to everybody else. And I think going through this next block of it is going to help us to really understand and see the results that we can all get and really help others to do the same. Do you guys have anything else?
I have a couple things to say. One, I'm just really excited that we're going back, 1, to Autumn, and 2, to a 3-week program, just because personally that's how I started 7 years ago. I started with Autumn and a 3-week program, and it changed my life. And it wasn't just the workouts, although they were amazing, but it was also her nutrition. So I feel like this is like going to be bringing in a whole new group of people, or people that, have fallen off. I just feel like this is a great way to get back in. The workouts will be progressive. There's a modifier, so you don't have to worry about where you are in fitness level. I mean, you can jump in, watch yourself get stronger, and then get to make this a lifestyle. And I was just going to talk about the different nutrition options, and I'm going to focus on like the portion fix side of it. But she did a little Instagram thing, a little reel this morning, and she was saying that The portion fix is basically it's the basic color coded system. It's what I started with. It's still what I use. I stick with the basic. It works. I love it. That's what I'm going to be using. But it's good if you're new to healthy eating, if you're looking for flexibility and food freedom. So that's why it'll probably always be mine, although I do borrow from the others. I'm going to talk about them. And you want to enjoy dessert and alcohol. So just a little bit more freedom with that one, but yet still the guidelines to make sure you're fueling your body. The next one is time nutrition. I did this with 80 Day the first time I did it, and it is super effective and a great way to show you how to spread out your macros. Okay, that being your carbs, your fats, and your protein. I kind of do this naturally now anyway. I do a carb for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a protein for breakfast. So I do spread them out, maybe not as structured as this does. If you've never done it and you want to try it, I think it's a great thing to do. It's for somebody who prefers more structure, and that was really cool. I remember having the flu. I just remembered this with 80 Day Obsession the first time I did it, and because I had everything lined up and planned out, even though I had the flu, I had all my meals like for 3 days all done ahead of time, which is not me at all. So I just remembered that. But yeah, if you need structure and schedule, time nutrition may be for you. Need guidance on how to pair containers. You're ready to cut out sweets and alcohol for 4 weeks. The third is gut health protocol, which I also love, and I do borrow a lot from it. Definitely recommend gut health if you've never done it before, but this is great for someone if you suffer from gas, bloating, or indigestion, you don't feel good after you eat, you have mood swings, strong cravings, or poor sleep, and I would add inflammation. If you're somebody who has inflammation, that for me is like by day 2 or 3. It's not even something you have to wait on. It's like, boom, it's gone. So, but those are kind of the 3 that she mentions. And there is, there's to be mindset as well. There are other facets of portion fix, but those were the 3 that she talked about on Instagram today. And I thought that was really good. You can kind of see which one you want to pick based on those things. So I just had to talk about eating. I'm done.
Your favorite subject.
I know when I did 80 Day the first time around, and honestly, all of the programs, that was what, 2018, I think. All of the programs that we have done up to this point, that program got me the results that no other program has. And I did time nutrition, and I'm actually which I think is a good thing to do this week. If you're going to do Healthy Obsession, you should really look at maybe those nutrition plans this week so that you can get a plan in place so that you will have it ready to go. So when you do your grocery shopping and you start to plan your meals for next week, that you have that ready. But I'm kind of in between because I've got some injury still I'm recovering from and pain from surgery. But I like the gut protocol, but I also like the time nutrition with this particular program. So I haven't decided yet. I probably like Stacy, like following kind of both of them, but on the other flip side of that, I really want to follow one to the T. So I haven't quite decided where I want to go with that. But I mean, it's 3 weeks, not 80 days. There is differences, but I'm really going to be ramping up because I have not worked out. So to that degree anyway. But that makes this program just really excites me more than anything has lately. So I'm ready.
Me too. I'm
excited.
Follow,
Susan?
What?
What are you going to follow? You're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry. I'm over here talking. Well, I'm kind of like what Stacey said. I do the portion control, but yet some of the gut protocol stuff is just stuck with me, and I just kind of do that now. I need to look more at the time nutrition. I haven't done that. And 80 Day Obsession, I think it came on right before I started. So I've never done it, but I've always heard about it and always trying to talk myself into it. So, and the thing I remember, 21 Day Fix was my first one too. And I remember that first week just dying. I mean, like dying. And couldn't hardly walk and so sore. And then by the 3rd week, you're like, oh, I can do like 3 more push-ups than I could the first week. Or, you just really, it's such a quick turnaround that people are going to be able to really tell a difference. And that's exciting.
Yeah. I'm kind of opposite of you guys. I'm kind of like a 2B girl by heart.
I thought you were.
Love the gut protocol. So I've learned a lot from the gut protocol of foods that I can't have that just really react to me with all my autoimmune and arthritis and stuff like that. So I'll probably follow 2B mindset with gut protocol mixed in. And I also, with like working 10-hour, 11-hour shifts at the hospital, like a lot of times it's not conducive to like time nutrition because you can't take a break when you want to take a break. It's more on their schedule. You go eat for 10 minutes really quick. So I feel like I would set myself up to feel like I failed. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't follow it to a T. So that's what I'm doing. Do Kelly or Letha, do you guys have ideas on what you're going to do?
Letha's doing the portion control.
I haven't started any of that. I'm just doing the shake, and I've just noticed just in because I try to eat very healthy. I don't try to eat in between snacks. I have found in the past when I try to eat something healthy in between, I end up going to my comfort food, which is sweets. So I don't do that no more. I just say, well, you can't have it. And so I've done that with bread, certain bread, like yeast bread and biscuits. If I want, say, fried chicken, and I don't eat fries, I don't eat the pasta. There's a whole lot of things I've taken out of my diet. So like pasta, white potatoes, pastas, rice, white rice, all those lovely things. They sound so good. And when you eat them and you see it results, then you're not happy. Right. So I just, and if I go to a fast food and they put that bread in there, then I say, well, okay, it's going to be thrown away. Instead of me paying for it, I just tell them I don't want it. It's just going to go in the trash. I can't eat it. Good. And sometimes I'll say I'm allergic to it, but I'm allergic to so many things. I have to really watch my intake. And my family is just high on bread, and I didn't know why. I still don't know why. So that's just a red flag for me. Yeah. So I have noticed over the time that I've been on these other diets that I guess the plexus just fizzled out. That's the best way to say it, fizzled out. It stopped working. The other one, I was on Nature Sunshine because I had smoked in my, I did a DEXA